I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
I wasn't going to do a live stream, but there's some things. Um, finally, um, finally, Google has finally um, said we're going to review YouTube. Um, I talked to YouTube about my monetization, and because they fucked up and ended the repealing process before the appealing process was due. Went in here and called them. They sent me email telling me, they sent me message telling me, click on this link. It's a website, form, all of that. But like I said, I really don't care about monetization. I just did it because what if, what if I make, what if I needed the money or whatever? I'm not think I'm gonna get any money off of YouTube. So I just did this as a. The point is though. I'm gonna make it like this. But because of some yahoos flagged my channel last year and demonetized my channel, it's not that I care about being demonetized. I don't want to be forced to be demonetized by some no good ass niggas. It's not about the money with me. It's more about the fact that you bitch ass niggas went ahead and did that whole ass shit on Rumble. Now, and don't and let me say I am still pissed off about that shit. And one of you niggas, I saw you bitch ass nigga who making these slick ass comments. That old ass nigga over there, let me tell you something. I'm talking to you. You got worse things. You got bigger things for you to worry about in life. Because I see you keep making them slick ass comments. But anyway, back to the point, right? Um, I want to talk about settling, right? And I got other issues I want to talk about too, though. But the other issue I got is this idea of um entertaining um entertaining certain individuals. You got nobody to blame but yourself. You got nobody to blame. You cannot go around and say that, you know, you don't want the fuckery. You can't stand the fuckery, but then you see, and then when fuckery come, you're having a hard time trying to um you're having a hard time trying to adjust to the reality. I'm gonna make a strong prediction behind this, right? And this is to Brown Ellie. I would have dropped everybody who's involved in that shit because something tragic is about to happen. She should have dropped everybody off the panel and ended the live show, the live stream. She should have ended the live stream and because if these people are in the same location and they know each other, uh, or they claim that they know each other and they've been in each other's houses and then they're making threats, you know, um, and talking about people's kids and using kids name, saying the kids by name. No, no, just in that live stream and move on. That's not. I would in that live stream or kick all them, kick Jay Prince, kick that woman named Jordan off, and kick the other woman off, and don't allow them to talk. But you know what? Experience tells me. See, people don't want to listen to me anyway. That's why I don't fuck with you niggas anymore, because y'all don't listen what I got to say anyway. My experience tells me something tragic is about to happen, and you don't want the police to come on there and look at your channel or anybody else's channel, you know. But people that they gotta learn the hard way, because niggas like butt fuckery, and you know, that's really, I can't tell y'all anything, and all I'm gonna do is shrug my shoulders and tell y'all to go to hell. Well, what happened? No, you stay over there. If you got some sense, you would kick everybody out and say, "Nah, we ain't playing that shit." See, the problem is niggas on this shit. All y'all want is to be entertained until that entertainment becomes real. That entertainment is about to become real, and y'all sitting there thinking this is a joke. And let me say this too, and I blame the women too. I blame y'all. And this ain't no SBE, shame, blame, and explain. This is not about dating or mating or any of that bullshit that these clowns on YouTube do. No, a lot of you women, come on in this side of YouTube, y'all entertain these sorry ass niggas. Then y'all do X, Y, and Z with them, collab with them. Y'all fucks with them. When I say fucks with them, I ain't talking about sex. Get that, get your mind out the gutter. Y'all fucks with them, and then when one word is uttered, this person, this man, whoever he is, will flip out on you, because you know that nigga was a bum from the get-go. He was a bum, a fucking vagrant, a fucking, imbecile. And y'all still want to save him. But the people who y'all talking about saving, they don't deserve to be saved. But then y'all ignore everybody else. Ignore the people who you should be, you should be supporting people who got your minds got the best interest for you, for you. That's who you should be giving your your time and attention to, monetary as well. Hold on. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn on the comment thing. I forgot to turn it on. Yeah, you're right. When you got a small group of small-minded idiots, big egos, expect to fight. Yeah. So, and I got kicked off the panel. No, not kicked off the panel. I left the panel, but I got kicked off the chat, which I don't give a fuck. But still, I told the truth. Listen, that's not a good look, and it's gonna be a tragedy coming ahead behind that live, on these live streams. So anyway, but let me talk about something else. This whole idea about settling. I'm really tired of hearing this phrase. Uh, Black women been settling for years, and we're not going to settle anymore. I want somebody to tell me who told you to settle. You know, who told you? Because the thing is, see, I'm about to go off on that shit because I saw something in that chat room, on somebody else's chat room. There's a woman on there in the chat room who put up a comment up there on somebody's chat room talking about we don't need don't need don't need to settle. Okay, okay, that's good, but don't come online. And this is probably as red pill I'm about to get. This is about as red pill I'm about to go. Don't come online talking about oh we shouldn't settle, but then after a certain age you're getting you putting yourself in front of a you know you put a camera to your face and complain about why men ain't talking to you. You know, nobody don't want to try to compete. You know, and when I say compete, I mean compete. He having a heart attack trying to keep up with the world while you expect him to be up with the Joneses. Oh, he has to keep it up with the Jones family. You know that man gonna have a heart attack or a stroke trying to keep up with somebody else's idea of a fantasy. When y'all going when y'all going to realize that a lot of people, a lot of men die early, or die of an early age, heart attack, stroke, even they took their own lives because they see themselves as slaves trying to keep up with an image that he cannot afford. So we need to start talking about what is it selling down to who and selling down to what. This whole idea of you know. Now I understand why some women will sit there and say, "Well, I judge a man's by his shoes, right? By the shoe he's wearing." That does make sense. It makes sense why a woman should judge men by the shoes he wore. Oh yeah, Taylor. I'm gonna say this right now, Taylor, because you was up in that chat room. Expect something tragic to have happened. Expect something tragic to have happened over there. Anyway, she should have ended that live stream when all that bullshit popped off. But anyway, um, and the reason why there is a now again, I'm gonna talk about the male loneliness. Yeah, it was ghetto, and guess what? Do not. She should took that shit down, and she timed my ass out in the chat room. I expected her. I think she timed me out in that chat room because I told her kick everybody off the panel because that shit is about to lead on to something else that she don't want no part of that. She don't want no part of that. Part of what I think is about to happen. Yeah, women judge men by the shoes he wear, because it's whether it's because what you put on your feet, right, tell you about you, right? Um, whether you are a man, whether you blue collar, whether you a white collar worker, whether you a plumber, you know, or are you somebody who's a working man, shoes will reveal what type of person you are, you know. Well, Taylor, I don't know who timed me out, but oh well, I don't know who timed me out over there. I'm trying to figure out who timed me out over there, but but I did say something to her about, you know, said she needs that, she if she got some sense, kick everybody out. That's what I said. I did say that. I said, Brownie, if you got some sense, kick everybody out. That shit about, listen, you got 3 people who know each other and they talking about fighting. No. I'll end that live stream and move on, because I don't like how see my experience tells me that, but back to this point, and then I'm hearing this woman saying, well, we are women, we don't have to settle. Black women don't have to settle. I'm really tired of hearing people in their 40s saying they don't have to settle. First of all, everybody has to settle. Okay? Everybody has to settle. Ain't just black women. Everybody got to settle. Now, some of us refuse to settle. Some of us just will say like, fuck it, Some men, and I'm gonna use myself. I said fuck it. If I'm not gonna get what I want, fuck it. I said fuck it. But to sit there and come online and whine about it to men, get up and just keep constantly talking about, I ain't gonna settle. Well, who gives a fuck? Welcome to the club. Get you some ice cream or some old shit and eat it. Eat your sorrows and loneliness away. That's what you need. You should be doing. Okay. That's what I think. But anyway, going back to J Prince, because I got to talk about this though. It's something that I said to J Prince, and it shows how stupid this nigga is. But my problem is not him. My problem is the women that fucks with him. I got more problem with them, because anybody can sit there and see all this shit, and y'all still trying to engage. I don't understand the appeal to still engage with the nigga. The nigga said this. The nigga said, he told me on the panel that he's not a simp. So I asked him, okay, J Prince, what is a simp? So he's giving me this 5-minute, 10-minute answer that should have just took an answer that should have been at least 25 seconds, right? Instead of doing that, because the nigga said, you engage with sexual activity with a woman at a homeless shelter, then this woman called the police on your ass. No, well, no, wait, hold on. Was it? Well, hold on. I got it twisted. Never mind. Hold on. I fucked that up. The thing is, the woman called the police. I fucked that story up. But anyway, the thing is, right? The woman called the police on him. The nigga got the box after she called the police. She provided him the box after she called the law. So this is the reason why I asked Jay Prince, are you a simp? So a woman called the police on your black ass, and then she gave you the pussy, and you took it? I don't want to hear nobody use that term simp around me ever again. What man in his right mind will sit there and get laid with a woman who just called the police on your black ass? I don't get it. A woman called the police on you. Then later down the road, she opened up her legs up to you. See, that's that bullshit I'm talking about. That's why you don't see me on panels like I used to, because a lot of y'all are faking the funk. And in fact, I'm gonna say right now, a lot of y'all ain't shit. Y'all damn selves. Y'all ain't shit. Okay, y'all really ain't shit. Now that's being a simp. Now, a simp is somebody is a man who wants sexual favors from women who don't want him, right? He's expecting sexual favors from women who don't. So if a woman called the police on me, you think I'm gonna sit there and smash? Wanting to smash her after that? Knowing the fact the woman could turn around and say, "Oh, I got SA." I swear to God, man. Can it get any worse? All right, can it get any worse over here? You know, my God, I thought the bottom was reached. No. He went to the bottom. You mean you got with a woman after the fact? She tell you she put those white folks in your life. Now you a black man. When somebody called the police on you, that's and you up in Milwaukee, knowing the fact that what happened. You had they had that shooting in Milwaukee. I forgot what's the name. Who had that gun? That car. The guy who got shot. When he got the gun license. When he told everybody he got a gun in the glove department, and they blast him anyway. Is that the same place? The same location. So anyway, the point is, calling the police on a black man, that surely is a risk of his life. So by you risking his life potentially, you gonna sit there and open your legs up to this nigga, and this nigga sit there and accepted the shit? This tells me Jay Prince is a well, I ain't gonna say anything. You know, talking about settling for less. You women settle for that shit. My God. My God, really? Yeah. Um, let me talk about this whole selling shit, right? I don't know. I don't know. I just think that, if y'all want to talk about settling down and shit, settling and everything, I really would like to ask women and men too, men who feel this way. Do you deserve what you refuse to get? No, scratch that. Do you deserve what you've been looking for? You know, do you want 6 pack, 6 foot, you know, such and such and such? The 666 man. What do you want? Is he really better for you if you would attain that? Anyway, I said enough though. I ain't gonna talk about this as much. So I'm kind of tired. Tell you the truth though. Hold on. He said, I seen these people talking about they won't settle. Men and women are like, uh, you know, something getting them is settling as a, you know, the majority people settle down. You know what I'm saying? The majority of humanity settles down. Everybody settles at some point. Some of us don't want to settle and say fuck it. Then there's some people who say, well, I like Peter, or I like Bob, or I like Cindy, and you know I like Charlotte, Miranda, Keisha, whoever this woman is, right? Y'all go ahead and accept the fact, she likes me, I like her, we'll make it do, you know. See, but I blame, what I blame is the media, right? The media try to tell you what is happiness. The media will tell you, in social media as well, tell you you're not happy until you get X, or you're not happy until you get Y and Z. Everybody tell you you're not happy until you grab this material object. And and as soon as we realize that you don't need no big ass house, you just need a house, a good, well built house. You know, with at least two bedrooms, in case though you're bringing a child into this world. 3 bedroom, bedroom house. See, but people don't want to. And this whole idea of struggle love, right? I can understand why some women. I said some women don't want struggle love, right? And they don't want struggle love because I saw their parents. The hardship, the going at the kitchen table and writing checks, and at the kitchen table, stressing out about bills and going to a suck ass job. That part, when I hear women say they don't, when they talk about they don't want struggle love, I understand that. But then there's a sinister side of that too. Is one of those, he ain't shit. Oh, he ain't this. It don't even know the person. Person might sit there and say, yeah, man, I work at such and such. I'm a boiler at such and such and such and such. Oh, I don't want to talk to you. Oh, I'm a guy who work on I'm a mechanic, and I do I don't want to talk to you. Oh, I'm a this, that, and third. You know, no, I don't want to talk to you. Anybody who has a respectable job, a job at least, right? Y'all look down upon them. You know. But anyway, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me talk about this one per person though, right? I gotta go off on this, right? How can you call yourself successful and you're living in the car? You're living in the car, but you call yourself successful. Who does that? How can you be living up in a car in a hot as middle of summertime? Imagine it's summertime. It's hot as hell. It's hot as hell, and you got a kid in tow. You've been living in a car for 2 years. Well, I actually it's more than that though, but it's more than that. But you've been living in a car for a good ass minute, but yet you talking about, oh, I'm successful. I'm successful. Shut the fuck up. First of all, I'm gonna say this. That particular person could have any man she want. No, scratch that. I take that. No, 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 no. You being too kind. I'm being too kind. Not really, but she can have. I'm sure there's a man that would try to wipe her ass up. Okay, there's probably some man out there that probably would sit there, if he's will sit there and try to date her, or, you know, since she is at a certain age and her child is off in college. I would assume some man would say, "Oh, you kind of cute. Let me talk to you. Let me go in here and holler at you." You know, I have this house. I have this thing. Hey, if you wanna date and such and such, and hey, here is my number. But I don't date black men. Black men need to get it together. Now I'm looking at her and I said, "You're crazier than cat shit." Because how can you say that when your baby daddy is probably the only person that saved your. See, I ain't gonna go there. No, fuck it. I'll go there. Your baby daddy's the only one who saved your daughter. Make sure your daughter's off the streets. Yet, you want to talk about how black men ain't shit. That black man you laid down had that baby with, he got more interest about that about his child than you. Okay, so I'm really getting tired of this excuse making shit. You know, and you know, excuse making shit. And she's also she's also the one that also you used to come on YouTube talk about we should not have to settle. But baby girl, you're living in a car with a child. You're living in a car with a child. And here's you on YouTube talking about don't settle, don't settle, don't settle. Now, two things is going wrong with this. First of all, though, you couldn't get Section 8. to have a roof over your head at least? See, questions going to have to be asked. Knowing the fact that Section, all you have to do is apply for Section 8, be on that list, and they would have give her, somewhere within a 50-mile radius, a place to stay. I swear to God, man, some of these people are just hopeless. Some people on here are just hopeless as fuck. You know what? It would be no. I can't. I couldn't. No. You know what? I'll take that back. Even that, putting that in my mind, that idea should not even enter into my head. Let me not say that. Let me not say what came on my mind, because, well, fuck it. I go and say it. I think she and Jay Prince should get together. But then again, I should even no. Even I wouldn't do that. I don't know why. That shit came across my head. Fuck that. Jay Prince don't deserve shit. You know. But I am tired of these women calling for Jay Prince. You know. That's why I came there and asked that question: what is a simp? And all he did was trying to insult, so I bypassed his insults. So I asked it again. You know. Right. Right. I had to backtrack. That for like a moment that came in my head, I was like, oh. Then I was thinking about, well, that's two homeless people getting together. You know, I was like, okay, well, let these two, because he has Section 8. Let her move in with him. You know, but I was like, ooh, never mind. You know, I don't know why that crossed my mind. I don't know why that part should no woman need to be around Jay Prince anyway. No woman should be around Jay Prince. You know. Oh, I almost knock my headset off. So yeah. But I can't stand this whole settle down. I wonder, if do women realize how hard it is for a man um to pursue women. I wonder if they ever. I wonder if these women ever talk to their sons and talk to their daddies. You know, usually I'm gonna say their sons. Do women actually talk to their sons about dating, and actually talk about how that is really hard out there for him to um you know to speak, because if he keep running into this, right, most likely he's going to give up, or some men going to give up, some men are going to try to lie, and men should not be lying to women like that. I mean, especially if he's dating. I mean, he's in a dating age. He shouldn't be lying just to climb up in bed with this woman or climb up in a relationship with this woman. You should not lie either. I wonder if women actually understand why men lie, or make things up. Oh yeah, man, I work at the such and such place, and it gives me, no, stop it. I was a investment banker. No, you're not. You're a receptionist. Stop it. Stop lying. Stop lying to these women. I wonder if women understand about that point. You know. I wanted women actually understand about, you know, how dating is hard for him. You know, and I'm especially talking about those though who has sons, you know, who have boys, because you know this whole premise about, oh, it just let the men only raise the son, and you hear that stupid ass talk. No, take both parents to raise that boy and raise that girl. Stop it. You know, just stop. Y'all making no fucking sense. So right, right, right. I'm a doctor, a lawyer, investment banker, and on the weekends I'm a part-time Avenger. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, you know. Yeah, but I think that people need. I think the media, social media, as that, you know, and part of that whole I won't settle for less. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about every time I hear that, I hear this too. That whole phrase "I won't settle." I don't know why women are saying that when they like those, you know, when they were younger, they was into those punk ass niggas in the first place. You know, like again, I'm not going to shame, blame, and explain. I'm not here to SBE, you know, but I'm really getting tired of hearing women getting up on the chat rooms talking like shit. You know, like woman, you 48 years old. Why are you still talking about settling? You're 48, 49, 50 years old. Settling against what? You're not, you know, you're not 26. And if you think I'm just hanging on the women's neck, the men too. You know, the men too. That's why these men be lying, trying to get. And she's over here upset. After all said and done, she over there upset while he's, you know, taking her for granted and shit. You know, so yes, yeah. Well, on my screen yards is showing up. I'm not on YouTube right now. I agree. You can't turn your nose up at the guy when he was young and starting out, and then get upset when he's ignoring you, successful. And this goes with God. Yeah, exactly, exactly. It goes for the guys too. You know, the men do that too. That's really is Obsidian's problem. That's really his Obsidian's problem. You know, Obsidian. You know, yeah. You know, that's probably that right there's Obsidian's problem though. You know, but you know, I like to tell Obsidian, bruh, there's two problems with what you just did. You overlook the other women. That's number one. And number two, stop acting like you deserve the best. And when I said best, I'm using quotations. The best, quote unquote. You know, the fattest ass, the, you know, the curves, all that. You know, supermodel is what I'm saying. He want the video vixen type woman on his arm. You don't even deserve that. You know. But anyway, I'm getting a little sleepy. Ain't nothing much going on. Hopefully YouTube will take my email, and if not, you know, I hope they read my email, because they asked me to email me about that situation after all these years, after a year of me being pissed off and being denied. shit. No, no. All I'm gonna say is, listen, it doesn't matter. At the long run, it doesn't even matter. You know, for me personally, but it's just that the fact that I got to monetize over some whole ass shit. You know, that's what I'm pissed off about. You know, it's just a fact. It's just a fact. Huh. What's she doing? What Femi doing? You going to sleep? Oh, yeah. Um. See, I used to. No, I'm not. I'm not going to talk about it because it's too personal. Something happened to me when I was 27, and I said, "Fuck it," then. And since last year, I said, fuck it now." You know, since May of last year, since May of 2024, I said, "Fuck it." You know, because I get to see, I'm somewhat accepting. I'm trying to come to terms of accepting the cards. I kind of accept the cards that's been given. The only damn thing that's motivated me now is really vengeance. It's not about love. It's not about relationship. No, I just want my pound of flesh. That's the only damn thing I care about. You know, I don't care about no. Oh, you found somebody. You found a woman, or you with somebody. Nope. I don't care about pussy. I don't care about sex. I don't care about relationships. I care about kicking a nigga's ass. That's all. That's the only damn thing I care about. You know, and seeing Anger Man. That I want to knock the Anchor Man down a pet peg or two. See his ass on Fox Soul again, defending Diddy. How the fuck you gonna defend Diddy and Donald Trump? I saw that shit, and shout out to who somebody emailed me and said, Big J, you might want to look at this shit on Fox Soul. And I wish I was not at work. I wish I was not at work, because I would have called in on that Fox Soul show, because they had a call in number and nobody called in. Far as I can tell, I'll take that. As far as I can tell, nobody called in. Man, I would have called in on Anger Man's ass. Anger Man sit up there on Fox Soul talking all that bullshit like, yeah, P Diddy's innocent, all that shit. You know, I say, really, nigga. So it's about sex. It's about this. Well, it's about the sex is involved, but it's more about this nigga stupid. The nigga's dumb. Trying to defend Diddy. What's next? We go ahead and defend R. Kelly now. We're gonna defend R. Kelly at this point when there's underage girls and shit. But you know what? I want Anger Man to keep on doing it then. Because the more he talks, the more his supporters and people who back him and shit, they look like dumbasses. They look like straight up dumbasses at the end of the day. So anyway, right. Freddie, explain that part. You see, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, you going to defend Diddy There's videotapes of Diddy beating the shit out of Cassie Ventura, right? Everybody saw the video. Everybody saw the evidence of spiking of baby oil. Everybody can see the evidence. Now you said he's a fan of Apple Martinez, but hold on, let's talk. No, I'm not. I don't know about the whole Apple Martinez thing, but let's talk about this for a minute. Yeah, he wants a 17-year-old boy to go to prison for stabbing a white boy. He's so eager to see a black boy going to prison for allegedly stabbing a white boy, and he's campaigning on that shit when he had not seen the entire evidence of that. But yet, there's videotape of Cassie West being stomped on by Puffy. But yet, oh, let's free Puffy. See, that doesn't make any sense to me. Kamala Anthony stabbed a white boy. Yes, man, he should go to prison. Yeah, he should go to prison. Yay! Over some hearsay shit when there's no evidence being put out there yet. Say again, the evidence has not been put out yet. But yet, P. Diddy, there's videotapes of P. Diddy stomping, kicking, punching Cassie up and down the hallway, yelling at her, and everything else, setting somebody's car on fire, having these parties where people was just forced upon. But we want to free Diddy. I just yeah, and this is who y'all want as a leader of the black red pill. This is y'all's leader. And no, do not make no reaction video saying he ain't my leader. When I say he's y'all's leader, because I know people can't comprehend. I'm looking at his sub account. How can a man that has a huge sub account? I judge the leadership by how much sub count and how much influence that person have on panels. That's who that's how I look at leadership, quote unquote. How much people follow you and how much influence you have on those who is not part of your circle. That's how I look at things. That's how I use the term leadership. So I ain't saying he's y'all's personal leader, but he's a leader when it comes to views and how much influence he wields on other content creators. Doesn't make any sense though. But at the same time, that doesn't make any sense. But anyway, to be fair, P. Diddy is not being charged. Hey, right. I mean, I could look at that, right, and maybe the statutes of limitation ran out, so they can't do anything because the statute limitation ran out. But something should have happened though. Somebody else could have found. I don't know the way man he stomped on her. Couldn't they put attempted murder or some old shit? Attempted homicide? I would do something, I would have done something though, right? And getting back to the sub counts of Anger Man. How you gonna be on Fox Soul when you got 1 million subs? I want y'all to understand something. You have 1 million subs at least. I don't know. You probably might. I think we have close to 1 million subs, but only 47 people watch on Fox Soul. I want y'all to think about that for a good minute. I want y'all to think about it just for a good minute. You went on Fox Soul. Your appearance on your second appearance. You only got 47 views within the first 3 hours. Yes, I said first 3 hours was 47 views. I'm like, well, damn. I don't know. How is that possible? And you supposed to be a big time YouTuber. You supposed to be a mover and shaker. You know, you supposed to be a mover and shaker, and you only got 47 views on a channel that's not owned by you, and it's on Fox Soul. And Fox Soul used to have people like, I don't know. Fox Soul used to have people like Ice Cube. What's her name from the Players Club? Umar Johnson. Who else was on there? Cynthia G. You know, and so forth. You know, you got some of these actors that been up on there. But you said, you know, you could at least have somebody, you know, giving you 500 views, 1,000 views, you know, at least. I'm making. I find that odd, though. I find that odd. He only got 47 views within the first 3 hours of the live stream. I was gonna talk about that, but I ain't feel like doing no reviews of no channels. You know, I don't feel like reviewing no channels because I'm tired, y'all. But anyway, I said enough. Let me get out of here. Yeah. Didn't win shit in the lottery either. Fuck it. I'm out. Y'all have a good one.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.